Welcome to PENSDOWN. On this show, we talk journalism journeys. This is the only program where the journalist becomes the newsmaker, not the presenter or reporter. Here, we take you behind the scenes and through the CCTV camera to where you normally would not see, so that everything the journalist goes through, we bring it to you live here. It's the only show dedicated solely to telling the storyteller stories. This is PENSDOWN. Today, I have been joined by, all the way from Nigeria, I have been joined by the Special Assistant to the Cross River State's Governor, Ebriku John Friday. He is my guest. His profile will be shown to you on the screen so that you have time to go through it. Thank you very much for joining me, sir.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
You read economics in the university. I am surprised you ended up as a journalist. What happened?
That is always the question. It's just the flair of writing, it's just the flair. Basically, because while in school, I was very close to journalists and all of that, and my journalism journey started from writing articles on church bulletin,
Okay.
basically. So I had that opportunity to express myself, and I will send the article, it will be published. And so that is how that confidence grew, and even though I went to school and read economics, in real life today, I'm a practicing journalist. That is the best way I could express myself, could tell my story around my environment and all of that. So I just love it. Yeah, and if they, in leadership where I work, when there is any need to analyze business reports, they will call me because they say, John, no, you don't read economics, come and tell us the other angle of this story. And I'll just go and give you a bit of the analysis,
Now,
So
I want to find out from you. In the newsroom, you have occupied virtually every available position or most of the positions in the newsroom. Now,
Yes.
which assignment, especially during the time you were on the field reporting, which assignment do you think stands out for you as the most challenging, or which set of assignments, if not only one?
Yeah, it's reporting agriculture.
Okay.
At the time I reported the agri sector, and it takes you to the trenches. You have to travel at times to go and meet these farmers, in their farm.
Yeah.
And so it's challenging because you need to travel very far, very far to interior places. And the challenge of being attacked, the challenge of all of the hassle of maybe whether you're going to be safe, traveling safety, and all of that. For me, those are part of the thing that really, if not, because when you go to those farmers, they are welcoming. They are welcoming, but you need to go to the farm to see on the spot what their challenges were. And for me, that was a huge one for me. Yeah.
You are very active on social media. I want us to look at social media in journalism. How has social media redefined the frontiers of journalism?
Wow. Like I always tell the young people I meet, now you have a platform where nobody have to censor you. Nobody have to censor you. Nobody have to say, no, this story is not good. You cannot go. This story, you need to go and get some more facts. You can do now. You have to do on the spot. On the spot. I have done on the spot reports that have been published in the newspaper when there was accident.
Yeah.
And I was there on the scene of that accident. Where you have up to like 10 vehicles were involved in that accident. I took the pictures, I did my own report, and the next day, so many newspapers published it here in Nigeria. They got those photos from me.
Okay.
And how did I got that inspiration from an attack that happened in US one time, and it was a photo of the guy that took that picture of that particular attack in the US that all papers used. So anytime I ask why anywhere I am, I have my phone. I try to make sure that my camera is good, and then I take pictures. I use them, and the next day I see that papers pick those pictures and they use. And
Yeah.
so the on the spot reportage have shaped journalism big time, you know, and that is where it is now. And that is why you see today newspapers have also understand that this is where the world is going, and they have trained journalists who are doing on the spot reportage. They are doing on the spot reportage. You see them training journalists to do live streaming of what is happening either in court, either maybe some crisis somewhere, and all of that. And they're taking it to that level, and it is fantastic.
Now, in Africa, social media has created richer bloggers than richer journalists. What is it that journalists have not done, which is why they have not been able to cash in on the windfall that social media has brought?
You know, it's because you are doing this report, and you are, you know, you have an employer. You have an employer who, you know, is there in the office, and most of the journalists are not aware of the business angle of their own report. They're not aware. So they just go and do their report and send to their station, and then the editor is there in the office. He may use it, he may not use it. And so you have journalists who will do very good reports, and it is not published in the office. And so those people you have interviewed, those areas you have, you know, gone to and get your facts and then put them together and write, they didn't see the story the next, so they won't really have that open mind with you to deal with you. But when they see that you are consistent in publishing, that is where the online has taken shape, because you do your report and you just upload, and it is there. You send them link, and they see the reports, so they will trust you. They want to do business with you. They want to give you adverts, and then you are able to leverage on all of those. And then today too, you have a very good online rating in your blog and all of that. You are making money. Google is rating you and is paying you some dollars. And then you take it up to YouTube. You have good viewers. YouTube is paying you, and so you make all of those results. That's what we did when I was in leadership. When I, became the editor, I jacked up the rating. I was very active on social media. So breaking news, you got it from us. Before you know what's happening, the news is already on site. And so our rating became better. We're now making more money. We're even at the time paying ourselves from the online department because of the way we took the online report. So that is where the regular journalist is missing it. And I have had the opportunity of discussing with them. I said, you need to take this up. That is why I had to, when I turned some age around 2016, I said, no, I have to go online. I have to have my own blog. And then I got someone to get it done for me. And since then, it's just been wonderful. So you need to. And today, some of my colleagues who have seen the way we have done, and then we have broken off from the regular newsroom work, the regular newsroom medium, they are seeing it, and they have all begun to have their own blogs now. And I see them expressing themselves, and I see them having opportunity to travel here and there. And, most of these sectors are now trusting them to do job, because why? Their news is being published. It's being published in a handle now that is regular, that is also very current. So that is how that is the difference. That's the difference clearly. The regular journalists have to break off from the printing mentality, the traditional mentality, and now begin to see how they can, take it up to this age of the social media, the new media, of the online platform, and then be able to break even.
How long have you been in journalism? How many years now?
Let me say, it's above 20 now. It's above 20 because I started way back. In fact, in 2003, for example, when I covered the inauguration of the second term of our former president, Olusegun Obasanjo.
Yeah.
Then I was with the medium we call Essence Magazine.
Okay.
The Essence Magazine. I was among the few young people who were at the Eagle Square that year to cover that event, accredited. And then I covered the National Assembly at some point before I moved on to Weekly Star and also the News World, magazine. So it's over 20 years now. Over 20 years now.
Over 2 decades of penmanship. Will you say journalism pays? Does it pay?
Well, it pays, and for me, it's not even the money, it's the passion. It's the passion. Yeah, so that's why I remain there. It's the passion. It's the fact that I have a opportunity to express myself. I get to a place, at times I do reports that there's no strings attached to that report.
Yeah.
I just see, like you do a story on humanity, human angle reports. Nobody pays you, but it goes a long way to tell you that you are expressing yourself and you are also saving, someone that is in problem, someone that's a community that is challenged. And then attention now, because of our report, is being drawn to those communities today. Communities that don't have light, communities that have issues with bad road, communities that have issues with water, and all of that. Will go to those communities. Nobody pay you. You just have passion, you are concerned, and you go to those communities and do your report and you send, and it is published. And the next few years, you see government going in there to now fix those challenges. That is a joy. That is a joy. And for me, that's big. That is big. And then tomorrow, someone take note of you and he can say, okay, come and do this for me. And that is where you reap from. That's where you reap from. I have opportunity of traveling to Israel. I have opportunity of traveling to Spain, to Germany. Expense paid by people that saw my report and then called me to come and work with them. And that is a joy.
So now, these more than 20 years you have held on to your pen, attrition has been high in journalism. So many highly trained and qualified professionals have abandoned the books. Some of them have ventured into public relations, corporate communications, and anything that would give them survival. What do you think is accounting for this high level of attrition in the field of journalism?
When you grow up in life, you begin to see that there are certain things you want to achieve and you couldn't get there. Today, those who have delved into politics, who are journalists who delve into politics, are well to do today.
Yes.
They are well to do today than their colleagues
in
the newsroom. Okay? Those who move into public relations today, that is it. My publisher, for example, in leadership then, he was a pharmacist. He's late now. May rest in peace, Sam Isaiah. He is a pharmacist. And so you wonder, yes, well-trained pharmacist, but because of his passion to tell stories, because of his passion to redefine the pen sector, he opened leadership, and leadership become flagship today, and is one of those top-rated newspapers in Nigeria. So he delved into it. He left his profession and he made it as a proprietor. All right. So you see those journalists, they discover that, oh, let me leave my employers, let me begin something on my own. Okay. And they now begin to do consultancy. They break more even because now the money is coming directly to them. Unlike when you are employed, the money goes to your employer, the resources go to your employer, the adverts go to your employer.
Yeah.
And so he just pay your salary. But now you need to, you know that you have family challenges.
Yeah.
You need to take care of your family. You need to, you know, you are in a place where your colleagues who are in business somewhere, they are building houses, they have cars, they are driving cars, they have moved from one area before and to a better location. So when you look at all of those, you know, differences, you need to talk to yourself. You have children, you need to train in school. You have a wife you need to take care of. You have some family relatives who are depending on you. When you look at all of those bodies, it's one of those reasons why people move. They move. You know, someone can just call you and say, "Guy, how much are you earning in your office?" And then you say, "No, come on, can give you a consultancy job, and this pays you better." And that is why they are all moving. And I don't think it's bad because public relations today is not only journalists who do it, other people who just feel that, oh, let me come and express myself, and then they go for the training, and today they are doing well. So clearly, up till now, the journalists, they continue to suffer because when they go to report, they don't look at the business angle to what they are doing. The other day, I was discussing with one of my colleagues. He traveled all the way to, you know, my state, and he came back. He did report. The report has to do with an institution that is helping, you know, farmers. And I said, okay, can't they also give you some slots? You are a journalist. They sponsor your trip. They should give you slots. If they give you slots, it will pay you better. Or maybe they give you a slot, and that slot is about 5 million or 10 million. Put it into the farm. It's better for you. So when you are covering those bits, make friends and then be able to negotiate slots for yourself. And he said, wow, didn't think it this way. I said, that is what you should be doing. When you go and cover these people's event, they will pay you, maybe they pay you your trip, your hotel bill, transport, and then it ends here. And then you come out here, you crack your brain, you have interviewed farmers who have benefited, and then you crack your brain, you do the report, you put everything together, and then it ends there. No, let them give you slots so that you can also be able to break even. That is what I told him. He is exploring that now.
Let's look at this, your journey, and how long you have come. How many times in the line of duty were you approached with anything material or monetary to compromise the details of any report you were doing and then take it?
Well, I think they always say so, but I have never, because one, when I deal with those people, they know my position, they know my stand. You know, when you are dealing with people, the way you position yourself, they know that this person is different. Okay, like I need to go back to when I was covering agri. When I was covering agri, the person that was covering that bit before I got there never got advert. Never got advert. So when I got in there, I go, I look at the angle of the report. The next day, my story is published. I go, I do article, I publish. And I just stayed one day in the office and they just called me. And then I said, we like what you are doing. Please, how much is your advert rate for full page? That was how I got the advert. So there's a way you will live your life in this journey that nobody needs to come and induce you, because the person knows that he knows your stand.
Yeah.
He knows your stand. You're not going there, the brown envelope thing that people do today.
Yes.
You're not going there for brown envelope. They don't
Mm.
even know you for that. Because when I go to those beats, as soon as I am done, I am gone. They won't see
Mm.
me. They will ask of me. Say, the guy is gone. Or the next day they will see my report. So this is how journalists supposed to be.
Mm.
You don't need to wait for the brown envelope. Let
Mm.
your report stand you out. Let
Mm.
your story stand you out. So I have never had that experience. I've
Mm.
never. I just do my story and I go. Maybe
Mm.
at times you do your report and then you drop in the office. The people in the office may not want to use your story, or they will use it, or they will. Some people want to deal with your boss in the office to
Mm.
kill certain stories. It
Yeah.
does happen. It does
Mm.
happen. So, but I have never had such experience that I would say someone has confronted me with
Mm.
this. No, 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 no. Not because of the way I position myself.
You mentioned the brown envelope. What is
Mm.
your take on the brown envelope? Is it a necessary evil in the line of duty for a journalist, a Pentecostal handshake, or an outright bribe?
It's just a way of here we say it's an honorarium. You do it to say, let's support your transportation,
Mm.
and it's a way of encouraging. I have seen journalists who they come to your assignment. It's
Mm.
just few that will not bother, but there
Mm.
are some when you invite them and they don't see that handshake, they don't do
Mm.
your report. They
Mm.
just leave it, and they tell you how would they come to your event and not even transport to go back,
Mm.
not even the can't. But when you encourage them that way, even when you don't give it to them the next time, they
Yeah.
will still tell your story because they know that no, you treated them well the other day they came.
Mm.
So that is what I see in that regard.
Okay.
There's some brown envelope that is to tell you kill the story,
Yeah.
and there are some that says thank you for coming. We really appreciate this. Is just to aid your transport,
Mm.
your move back to where you're coming from, and that is just how I see it. Yeah. So
If
it's good.
mm.
It's good. It's good. We should encourage it. We should encourage it in a positive way, as far as encouraging our colleagues are concerned. Because
Mm.
for me, if I am going to manage the media, I will always make case for them to be given a very good, handsome envelope so that
Mm.
they will come tomorrow. You call them for your story, you call them for your event, they will be running. Because
Mm.
tomorrow you do a press release, you don't want them to come, you just do a press release and you send it to them. They will want to do your story because you have been very good to them all the
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
Mm.
If we are to roll back the hands of time 30 years, are you still going to choose journalism?
ah, I will still do journalism, even though I will still want to do other things.
Mm.
I will still want to do other things. I will still want to read law. I want to read
Okay.
law.
Mm.
I would like to because I see journalism and law, they are
Mm.
interwoven.
Yes.
There was this young man that came to us. He came as a copper, right? Yes, as a copper, and then we helped him a great deal, you know. And then he grew very fast. He started reporting, and then before he left us, he went to the law school, and then he came back. In fact, right now he's a lawyer, but he's more a journalist than the
Mm.
law he read in school. Because he loves to write and he loves to get his story published and all that. So I would do law. I would do law and do my journalism, along with it because I love the profession. I love the
There is
profession.
an ongoing debate on PENSDOWN, this program.
Okay.
Should journalists be licensed? What's your take? Do you
Yeah, they should.
support calls that journalists should be licensed?
Um. Well, maybe is there need to it for it to be licensed because I don't see the need for them to be licensed. No,
Mm.
there's no need for them to be licensed. There's no need because that is where you begin to censor them. That is where you begin to
control content,
control them and all of that. I don't think they should be given the opportunity to express. There's no need for them to be licensed. They are not, there's no need for them to be licensed. But of course, there should be some level of regulation, especially in social media. There should be some level of regulation so that people don't come on, especially this time of fake news and all of those junky news that is not verified, and then the next thing is causing havoc, is causing disaffection and all of that. You know, journalists there should be that regulation so that social media reports, you will be guided. You won't go and take something that is not true and put on social media and do it as if it is true. That aspect is, I would appeal, there should be regulation, you know, a bit of regulation so that people can be controlled and be guided. But to talk about licensing, no. No. In Nigeria here, we have the Union of Journalists, Nigeria Union of Journalists, and then we have the Guild of Editors, right? So when you have moved, you have done report and you are an editor, you are inducted into the Guild of Editors. First, from the Nigerian Union of Journalists, you are accredited. If you are a member, you are accredited, you are given an ID card. At times, the ID card of the NUJ can take you anywhere than even the ID card of your own immediate office. You know, so I don't subscribe to journalists being licensed. They should be allowed to do their work and do it professionally and, you know, as it should be.
There is the increasing political ownership of the media. So many political actors and politically exposed persons are setting up media establishments. We are a fledgling democracy. Are we caught in trouble? Is there a reason to be worried, or all is well?
You know, it's all about having control, you know, and then being able to also tell your own story. Because in an area where you don't have a medium, you discover that the other medium are biased towards you. We see it today. You will invite a politician to your platform, and he is there, and then you are asking him some very funny questions. The way you are even attacking him and all of that is making him feel that as if you brought him here to get embarrassed. You know, so you discover that there's no fairness. A medium will do a report, it's not balanced, it didn't get to the other person. And so because of this kind of one-sided journalism, is making politicians, highly exposed people to say, let me set up my own media to also be able to express myself and also have some kind of a base where if there's any issue, this part of the media can also defend me and stand for me. So that's what I see. You know, I'm in the newsroom, so I know what you're talking about. I've been in the newsroom, so I know when, you know, the newsroom is not with you. They bring all manner of reports, they will publish it. But when they are with you, they will stop all manner of reports that is against you. They will stop it when they are with you. Yes. But when they are not with you, just pity yourself, because they will even go and interview people that are against you to talk more, and then they will publish it. You know. So, but when people who are exposed see all of this kind of practice, they have to get their own medium. When they have the money, they set it up. Get professionals who will, you know, manage such outfits. But when it comes to any issue bordering around them, that media will stand with them. And I have seen it here in Nigeria. You know, you look at our president-elect, for example. You know, he owns the nation. He owns TVC.
Okay.
And so in all of his campaign, Those two mediums have been championing, have been reporting positive news about him. But the other ones, you see scary report, you see unfounded report, you see some very, So if there's no balance from the other side, you won't get to know the fact. You won't get to know the fact. And you will see where a reporter will do a story and send to the office. The next day you won't know that you are the one that wrote that story because they will twist it.
Yeah.
They will twist it and bring so many other things. And so, please, if I am such person too, I want to have my own medium. Because whatever those people are saying, I will also be able to balance it with my own part of the story from my own medium. And that is it.
Let me put you on the spot. You are a journalist, you are a politician, and you are a devoted Christian. The live wire of a journalist is integrity. That of a politician comes with a game of numbers, sometimes which borders on some propaganda manipulation and the desire to get away with certain things. And then for a devoted Christian, it's a conscience void of offense towards God and towards man. How are you doing this balancing act? It looks like a delicate one.
It's simple. Just live your life. Just live your life. And we need people of conscience to be part of the political journey of our country. We need people of conscience. We need people of integrity. It is not everybody that you see in political party A or B that is involved in all some of the things that some people get themselves entangled with. No, I work with politicians. None of them have ever told me to go and tell a lie. None of them have ever told me to go and attack somebody. No, they have never told me that. They know where I stand. Instead, they call me and tell me this is the story, this is the fact, this is how this thing is. So they will call me even in the night and explain their own part of the story to me. And then I will be able to defend with facts. So we need Christians, not just Christians, born again Christians to be part of our political journey, political process. We cannot continue to allow the political space to be occupied by those who are not saved, those who are diabolical, those who worship some other gods. We don't need that. We need to be part of it so that we can be able to, cover all of these grounds. You will see a situation whereby something you can get, but because you are not there, you don't have anybody there you can call, you can't get it. You can't get it. So I'm appealing to believers. They should be part of the political process. Join a party that you believe in their ideology. Go there, hear what they are saying, be part of the process from your ward, from your unit. And let me tell you, sir, people are looking for men and women they can trust. Even the politicians, they want people they can trust. They want people they can confide in. Because of the horse trading, the backstabbing. They want those they can trust. They want those that can even call them and pray with them. They want those kind of persons. And so, since I've been part of this process, it has just been at this level. When I'm engaging some of our leaders, they want to hear my encouraging words. They want to hear me pray for them. And they want to give me an assignment, and they see that this assignment is delivered. They want to give me money. And then I will go and get this thing done and report back. They would have given to somebody else, and that person will just do anyhow and eat the remaining money. But I will come back and say, this and this and this is what I have done, this is what we have achieved. So they are encouraged by that. They want people they will trust. Yes. So I've been here and I have just been cool. Now I've just been happy and God has been giving me favor. God has been helping me, Even politicians who are far away from my own immediate area, they engage me. They engage me and they have trust because all of these politicians, they talk about people.
Yes.
When they have tested you again and again, they rest so they can tell their friends, they can tell their colleagues, no, that guy is cool, that guy can be trusted. You know, you can confide in that guy. I told him something and that thing, he just kept it and he just managed the information. That is it. So they need all of those kind of people around them. And for some people, for some who I have worked with, I enjoy such company. Like the last election, I even got to a level where I became a campaign DG to an aspirant, and that gave me it was a huge platform for you to be a campaign DG of an aspirant. It was a huge platform, and up till now, everywhere I go, they call me DG because of that platform. So I will manage information, we manage resources, we manage the persons, we manage our supporters. And in fact, when they even know your kind of disposition, when there are issues, they want you to talk to them because they know that you will tell them the truth. You know that you will tell them that you won't deceive them. So that's the kind of thing that we need in our political space as well. So that when we have people who are born again, they are in the National Assembly, they are in the State Assembly, they are governors, they are even president, there will be some level of rest. Like the Bible says, when the righteous is in power, the people will rejoice. Yes. So we need that kind of thing, that kind of departure. So I've just been living my life, of course, the level of a barrier, misunderstanding, misconception from some people who for them it's a no-go area. In fact, there was a time that there's a prayer meeting we normally attend. They have to bring me out to pray for me. And yes, so that is it. Because if you are in political space, you must also know that attacks can come.
Yes.
Attacks can come because some people become envious of your presence, become envious of the fact that you are rising and all of that. They could harm you. I have been attacked. Yes. The last election, I had to vote and leave because some person's information got to me and said, please just vote and go. Because some people here are trying to attack you. Yes. Wow. I have been attacked. Because of maybe my report, because of my stand, and some people, yes, I've been attacked. In 2020, I was attacked. All the way, they left my state and came and met me in Abuja, and I was attacked. So those things are there. But when you have God on your side and of course you are this integrity and all of that, you will sail through. You will sail through. You will sail through. That is why I don't joke with prayers. I hold on to prayers. There's no room for one to get involved in any sinful act. Just live your life. Just please God, and God will see you through. That is how I'm managing myself in this space. Yeah.
Let's look at your life as a journalist. What are your golden memories? These over 2 decades you have been a pen man. Your highest moments, most exciting times.
Yes, what took me to Jerusalem, the slot I got was because of my report.
Yes.
Right? I did a report and it earned me a nomination to go to Israel. Yeah. So, and just like I told you about when I covered Agri, it's my report. It changed our relationship, the relationship of the office and the ministry when I got there. So those are memories I always when I moved to the online platform. How did I didn't lobby for it. It's just the fact that I have been very active on social media and all of that. And somebody just spotted me and said, no, let's move this guy to the online platform. And then I went there, became editor, and then I changed the ranking. I changed the ranking. I changed the earnings increased, and then I moved from there to become the 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 general manager in charge of the digital assets of the company. Yes. So digital assets, both the online, we're doing e-paper and all of those stuff. I became general manager because of what we have been able to do consistently. For me, those are the things that planet my heart, and that is what has kept me on this space. You know, I have people calling me today, giving me job to do for them. I didn't know them. Somebody told them this guy is good, and then I get the job done. And today, I manage press conferences of individuals, and those are the things. Those are for me. Those are the fun memories. That's why I just want to stay here. You know, I just want to do my thing, and it's great. Even when I consulted for the Minister of Finance.
Yeah.
All right, they my SA media got me on board, and that is where I was able to go to Spain, I was able to go to Germany because of what we've been doing on this space. So, those are the fun memories, and it keep coming in the church. I remember I said to Pastor Hassan, when he saw the work I was doing, he brought me closer, and then he was one that introduced me to our GS. And then since then, we've been doing stuff for the GS, we've been doing stuff for the church. The report, the coverage, before then, the church don't really like, but we say no, we need to report what is happening.
Yeah.
The miracles, the testimonies. We want to share. If you don't share your story, nobody will know what is happening around you.
Yeah.
Right? So we even at the point we even got a slot, a half-page slot on leadership. Even up now, it is still running in leadership. It's still running up to now. That page, that slot is still running up to now in leadership. Every week, every Sunday, you see the GS message there. People read it. People are getting born again on that platform. So we need to. Those are fun memories for me. Because we go to a place and we change the narrative. We get to a place, we change the narrative. We get to a place, we change the narrative. That is the fun memories for me. And it's been wonderful. So I stay here.
Let's round off our conversation with this question. Would you encourage your kids or some mentees that approach you with the idea that they want to become journalists? Would you encourage them to take to the profession and that it is worth their time?
Yes, I will. Why won't I? Don't the next generation need journalists? If we don't encourage them, how are we going to tell our story? How are we going to report events that happen at that time? So I will. If my kid want to go in there, I will encourage, and of course, and I will tell them, you need to scale it up. It's no longer today. The regular newspaper don't sell much. There used to be a time when we have newspapers of 52, 56 pages, 72 pages. But today, after the COVID era, the post-COVID era, newspapers now don't go beyond 32 pages. They don't go beyond 32 pages, except if there is, some kind of patronage of advert. They check it up a little. They don't go beyond that. It's expensive. Most of them are divesting now to the online. They are competing now with the regular online papers. Yes. So I will encourage any of my kids, young people have been meeting me. How do they? I have been encouraging them, and as far as you have the flair, as far as you have the training, why not? Why not? I will encourage them because we need also great writers in the next age. We need great reporters in the next age. We need star reporters in the next age who will go to the trenches, who will investigate issues, bring them on board for people to read and know the facts behind, what we are seeing today. So I will encourage journalists. I will encourage my children. I will encourage friends. I will encourage youths to delve into it. And I will also tell them the business angle to it. There is a business angle that some people don't know. When you tell them that business angle, they will also be able to enjoy it because, you see a journalist who has been working on his life, he's continued to be an employee. He won't really get it. He won't get it. But when you know the business angle, at times when you haven't working for someone, you can negotiate for yourself. You can negotiate for yourself and get things done. While you are reporting, today I know reporters who are reporting and they also have a consultancy agency by their side. So they are leveraging on that. And they are earning more resources, and then you see them prospering and doing well. That is how it is. And you need to be smart. Journalists need to be smart. I remember one of my senior friends who, he was sent to some station to go and manage. By the time he came back, he became a millionaire. Yes. And today he has his own outfit. He's an employer of labor. Because when he got there, he negotiated his own way out. That is it. He negotiated his own way out. Legitimately. He didn't cheat the company. He only just negotiated his way out. What need to accrue to the company, always go there. But he negotiated his way out. And today, he has his own outfit that is doing fantastically well. That is just it.
Let me pull the brakes here. This has been exciting. Hands down. Ebriku John Friday has been my guest today. We have spoken about his journalism journey. He's done over 2 decades. The pen is the tool of the journalists. We call this show Pens Down because this is where the journalists drop their working tools and then take the seat for us to question them and make them the newsmakers. This is the only show solely dedicated to journalists all over the world, where we talk about their journalism journeys, the stories you don't hear, the backroom stories, they are always here. It is the platform where we put journalists on the spot and get them to answer the questions. So we get to know how they even got into the profession in the first place. Thanks a lot, sir, for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Right.
All right, good night.
We'll be back next time with another edition, and we'll have another colleague take the hot seat where we'll be talking their own journalism journey. Thanks for being with us and stay blessed. Bye for now.